There's actually in the Silmarillion, there's a werewolf character that's pretty important.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Gant says, "Wait, they made a Lord of the Rings RPG? I only played the 2 brawlers on PS2. There were actually 3, right? 3 brawl. There were like 3, 1 for each movie, I think.
Yeah.
Those were good. I played all those.
Those were not terrible.
Yeah, I thought they were very
shockingly.
good.
I mean, at the time, they were shockingly not bad. I guess going back, I'd probably be like, eh.
I mean, I have the collection. We could eventually go back through, I suppose, and find out.
They didn't, at least the same company anyway, they didn't do Fellowship of the Ring. There is a Fellowship game, but it's not, like, the 2 Towers and the Return of the King were done by EA, I think.
Okay.
And then there was a Hobbit game and a Fellowship game, but they were not done by the 2 Towers.
I remember the Hobbit game that Sierra did. That was like a weird platformer, like cartoony platformer.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
I had my girlfriend in late high school and going into college was obsessed with that game, and she played it nonstop, got almost all the way to the end, and then our roommate played the game and overwrote her save.
Oh no!
And it was like the most devastating moment in her life. We had to completely go through the whole thing again. It was terrible.
Oh god.
Wow.
And that wasn't even a great game.
How am I even supposed to see what's going on over here? Like, this looks like it's just, like, not supposed to be here. You know what I mean? Like, they shouldn't let you go off to the side.
Yeah.
Sinner says the Fellowship game was made by Surreal Software, and it had the book license, not the film, and then follows it up with You Fight a Tree.
Sweet. Yeah, we have to get into that then.
Yeah, two Towers and Return of the King, like, they had some of the film voice actors doing stuff, and they definitely had, like, film clips.
Sure.
No, so how come we
And
don't...
they were really hard.
How come we don't get the Eye of Sauron that just kind of shows up, like, real creepy in the side of the screen? I was a big fan of that.
I don't know. That should still be happening. I don't know why it's not happening. Definitely should
Maybe
still be there.
It's something to do with the PSP or the PS3 emulation or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
I never quite figured out the distinction between the Eye of Sauron indicator and the Palantir indicator. They both just seem to indicate danger, as far as I can tell.
Wait, I don't think we got that other indicator yet.
It's just like a white glow at the top of the screen. It does the same thing, as far as I know, but...
Indicator spoilers, come on.
I play this game way too many times. It's actually...
That's fair.
It's terrifying. Like, every time I see them attack, I realize that I have all their attack stances memorized and all their animations memorized, and it just...
We'll see if you can, like, call out a miss, like, before it happens. That was...
So, Jack, you've done, like, 100%. Like, you've gotten everything in this game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's something that, I don't know if a lot of people... if you guys don't follow Jackie on Twitter, you should, because she's rad, but... I don't know if a lot of people who follow you realize is that not just that you know that you play games, but like you are one of the like scariest, most hardcore gamers I know. In the sense that not in the sense that you play everything that comes out, but in the sense that when you play a game, like you play the fuck out of a game. You do everything.
Oh, are you one of those 1,000-point people?
Yeah, but for me, it's about the completion of the game content. It's not completionist from like the trophy achievement standpoint. It's like
she's not like looking. She's not going to get those points. It's just like if something is in this game, Jackie wants to make sure she sees it.
Like I have to know in my mind that I did everything in the game. The only exception to that is
it's impressive and terrifying.
The only exception is to play a moral high ground run of any Bioware game. I can't do that. I can only be Renegade, bad person. I cannot play Paragon, anything.
Sure, that's just keeping to who you are in real life.
Yeah, exactly. That's my... that's just, you know, I'm just terrible in real life, terrible in the game. But yeah, I definitely don't play everything that comes out. I have, like, negative free time and negative money most of the time because I live in New York, but I think that's part of the reason I play the way I do. So when I spend $60 on something, I do need to get $80 of entertainment out of it to earn my money back.
Yeah, it ensures that like you're going to be playing that one game that might be like the only game that you can afford for that next month or two.
Exactly.
You're gonna be playing it for like hours and hours to get everything out of it.
That's correct.
I mean, that's certainly, that's the way that I was in like growing up as a kid. It's obviously changed now, being a part of the industry. I have to play a lot more stuff.
Right.
But yeah, as a kid, it was always like my parents might only buy me like 4 games a year, so I'm gonna do everything in those games.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth it. I think it's fun. I think it came from I felt a need to prove myself in playing games is where that came from. I didn't start getting into games really intensely until I was in college, and my boyfriend at the time and his little brother had been all about video games since they were little, and they just knew everything there was to know, and I don't like doing anything unless I'm really, really good at it, so I needed to be more intense than they were, and that was the standard that I held myself to. So like the first time I played Mass Effect, I had no idea what I was doing, and I played it on the highest difficulty level I could, and I fought Venezia for like a day straight. Like I can't even watch that cutscene anymore.
No.
Like, it makes me ill. And then I just kept playing that way.
MM Gant says, I used to be that way but had to stop as it resulted in me getting the full points in hot garbage like Matt Hazard and Alone in the Dark Inferno. I kind of liked that Alone in the Dark game.
It was
like,
alright.
It wasn't great, but I kind of liked it. It's alright. It's better than it had any right to be.
Yeah.
We got another epic scene, guys. The Moria Horde. Oh, this is about the new WoW expansion.
Yeah.
The Moria Horde. That's when so Garrosh is gonna come out now. And he's gonna be like, "Don't drink this blood, guys." And then
look at this, just Blizzard always outdoing themselves.
I mean, this cutscene looks like real life. That's just amazing.
It's incredible. Great
that's
work, Blizzard.
That's pretty crazy.
Can we just, everybody in the chat, just a golf clap for Blizzard here? Look at that.
There's a Balrog. That's a Balrog.
Gwena says, I only 100% games I truly love, like Mass Effect and Skyrim. Yo, 100%ing Skyrim is not, that's crazy.
That
Even
sounds
I
like
have not
crazy
100%ed
time.
Skyrim. Although that's because I'm technically not done with Skyrim yet.
I couldn't. It's
a slow burn for me, that game. Slow burn.
I haven't gotten.
I've been playing it since it came out.
I played it. Like Janine helped me get it modded. She knows, like, she knew all the mods I wanted, so like she got like, I have like a really good like weather one.
Janine's, that's you know what, that is something that I will say, like, it is real good being friends with Janine for something like that. Like, you go to her, she'll like, if she knows you and she knows the mod scene, she's gonna be able to be like, okay, here's what you need.
Yeah, she got me like a really good looking skybox. She got me like real good looking grass, real good looking gear, and I was able to play with my main character being Hatsune Miku. It's like all the important stuff.
All the bases covered.
Yeah.
Everything.
All the necessities.
And so I played it, and then I got past the little beginning part where there's like the dragon or whatever, and then you get the equipment. And then I was supposed to go to this town and talk to a guy, but then I killed him. And then everyone in the town attacks me, and then I quit the game. So, yeah. So I don't know. I think I might start over if I go back. But yeah. So
just don't kill that guy.
Well, he was like, he gave me lip. So, I mean, he had to get a little, you know, a little backhand. And then he wasn't happy about it. So I had to show him what was up. Oh, I found a witch, too. I found a witch that lives in a cabin. She was pretty upset that I stole all her stuff.
Gwena, who got 100% Skyrim, says she has 600 hours played, and 90% of that is unmodded.
Wow. It's crazy.
She said, pretty much the only mods I ever installed is small stuff like mods that mark unread books or add extra flowers.
Oh, that's nice.
Aw.
It's pleasant.
I think they put this here so you could like admire their good graphics work.
It is. It's also they're trying to mimic a scene from the movie where Gandalf sits down and they have a little chat. Gandalf and Frodo have a little chat.
Where Gandalf runs forward but can't actually move off of this thing.
Just running in midair.
Yeah, it seems fine. This is pretty normal. Look at that cape. It's like a luxurious, glorious cape with the wind blowing. Oh, shit.
Gwena, I just want to clarify. I have nothing against extra flowers. I think flowers are a wonderful thing. I'm not judging you.
But
I love flowers.
Okay.
Flowers, thumbs up.
Oh, I'm lost. I'm just gonna go this way. I'm just gonna go north.
So, the reason you feel lost is because they give you 3 different direction options to choose from.
Do they all end up leading to the same place?
They don't lead to the same place. They all will eventually lead to dead ends, but you need to do all 3 of them to progress the game.
Okay.
Or you should just do all 3 of them. Just
this lighting is amazing. This is pretty much how light is supposed to work in games, I think. All right, we gotta press on. We're only 4% done with this game.
Oh, so you got the little Palantir that time. It was on the top left.
Oh, nice.
The little glowy ball.
Oh, this poor fucker is gonna get screwed.
Yeah, perfect mode his ass.
I'm gonna bring in her and use hers, since you said hers are worth leveling up.
Yeah, go for it.
Worth it. 100% worth it. Should I have saved that for the boss, probably, or?
You'll refill that meter.
Okay.
There's plenty more game to go. Don't worry about it.
These scenes, you know, if they keep giving us these scenes, they're not going to be very epic. All right. They become less epic with each one. I would have figured Blizzard would have learned their lesson from this already. They just devalue legendaries and epics so much now.
Really, Blizzard? Seriously.
Come to fuck on.
Upon your road. And some I hope you never encounter.
That was a goofy looking dude. That looked like what's his name from the Goonies? Right?
Wait, go back to scenes. Go. I think it said you had. It said like 28 of 109.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. It looks
maybe
like.
we talked about that previously,
every
but
red
that's
ball is one you don't have yet.
yeah, that's not that epic at all. It's too many.
That's too many. Too many scenes. I wonder if you piece them all together, like how much the movie is.
Somebody
It's
call
actually
up.
quite a bit of the movies, but they're chopped up in weird ways.
Okay.
Somebody call up Tolkien and be like, "Listen, bro,
These guys are fucking with your stuff, man.
You got too many scenes in your book. They're not epic enough.
Right. Scenes.
You have too many.
Scenes are like the opposite of moves. You want less of them, not more.
You want as many moves as possible, but as few scenes. Yeah.
There's a lot of moves in this game, actually.
The funny thing is, with the Metal Gear games, Kojima has too many scenes. I think that's safe to say. But he has so many moves that it balances out.
Yeah, he does so well. The move scene balance is excellent. Except for the parts where it has to install them. Like wait for 20 minutes.
The move scene balance.
Yeah.
I want that to be its own like separate section of reviews.
Move scene balance. That's like after gameplay, but before fun factor.
Oh, you just lit him on fire.
Yeah.
Nice.
I have a dot.
Very nice.
Alright, so I'm gonna use Spirit Power. I should just like haste Dwarfman since he has all the anti-goblin moves. Yeah!
Those are good sprinters.
Is that part of the lore?
Yeah.
They're like bad on marathons, but
Exactly. That's like a conversation that's had in the second movie.
that's weird. Alright, dead this guy. Boom!
Nice.
It seems to be real hard to run out of mana, like constantly getting it refilled.
Yeah, I don't know. I find that it's more difficult for me, but I don't know if I was playing on a different difficulty level than you were playing.
I'm playing.
Or what?
Are we playing on normal, I think it's just normal. Baby mode.
Yeah, so of course, me being me, playing on hard mode this game, but so maybe I just run out of mana faster, or it doesn't recharge. I don't know.
Also, I've been
'Cause I
attacking
use,
a lot,
like,
so my attack's
yeah.
really good. I don't know if that has something to do with it.
I might.
Because like the first I don't know, whatever, most of the first session that we played, the first 2 hours of this game, I thought, like, that I was supposed to use my spells, like, conservatively. So I was just having people attack, and now everyone's attack is, like, out of control good.
People are talking about Elder Scrolls games right now, and Matt Mitchell, I think maybe echoing Dylan's opinions here, said that they are Dova nerds.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know what that means.
Guido says, I played Morrowind a bit after it came out and hated it. I think I was too young / had incorrect expectations, plus it killed my graphics card. Yeah, I played Morrowind when it came out as well, and I had a similar experience. I wouldn't say I hated it, but I had a lot of trouble getting into it, and I think it was just because it was the first, like, I'd played PC RPGs before, like the Baldur's Gate stuff mainly, but nothing that was this open world.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a lot of trouble just figuring out what to do.
Great, we're back to this now.
Yeah.
No! Don't die! Oh,
She
jeez.
didn't die.
Thank
She didn't
goodness.
die.
Give her...
Very good.
I'm gonna have him attack, actually. He's pretty upset. She got so smacked around. Boom! Dead. I don't need to heal her. That's how that works, right?
You're gonna want to heal her.
I was just hoping that, like, she
Although
leveled up.
maybe not. She leveled up.
Yeah, that's what I was
can't
hoping
remember.
for.
I think they fill your health when you level up, I think.
Yep. We're good.
So you're fine. No worries then.
Saved by the loose level up in this game. So Phil, I went game shopping the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I told you about this. Actually, I posted on Twitter.
You sent me a picture.
That's right. I was just looking for. Well, Jen was out doing stuff. She was looking for DDR pads.
I think you do something that I do now as well, which is like whenever I'm in a GameStop, and I've been doing this for about a year now, thanks to this goddamn stream. Whenever I'm in a GameStop, I start looking for like the shittiest games possible, and as I find them, I think to myself, yeah, I could stream this. I could hurt myself on the internet by streaming this.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that I look for the worst games. You know, I was
Dylan.
looking for quality games.
Dylan, you
What
put a
did you-
Garfield
what did-
game in your hand.
Yeah.
What did you end up buying? Let's tell the people what you bought.
I bought Garfield : Lasagna World Tour.
No.
And it seems to be a Garfield platformer of some sort.
So when I saw the box, and I haven't looked up any information, so I trust you on this. My initial thought seeing the box was like, oh, that looks like it's like a Garfield party game.
No, it's
'Cause
yeah, that's what I thought it was at first, and then I looked at the back because I wasn't sure if it was a racing game, you know? Like I thought it might have been because like Garfield was like riding on Odie in the box, on the box art. So I thought, no.
Zombie Manas shows how long he's been around the stream and says Garfield, our American president.
That's right.
It's a
Goddamn right. He's our American
classic. I'm saluting right now.
Yeah. So let's see. I could read the back of the box.
Also,
if
a lot of people in the chat are just like, "Oh my God, no, Dylan! Oh, Dylan! What did you do?" Etc.
Let's see. According to the back of the box, the Pause TV channel is organizing a treasure hunt, Lasagna World Tour, and guess what? Garfield and his hungry stomach are ready for the challenge, especially for the chance to win his weight in lasagna for life. How much
For life?
Yeah, but like Garfield must weigh like 8 pounds. Like maybe he weighs like 12 pounds if he's like a really fat cat, you know?
Well, for life suggests that they keep giving him like so he eats that 8 pounds of lasagna and then they give him 8 pounds more.
You think they give it to him like all at once? Like that's a lot of lasagna to go through. But
Yeah,
he
I
is
know.
supposed to be like real fat, so. Let's see. Accompany Garfield through 10 vast levels of lasagna munching action. Explore Mexico, Italy, and Egypt to find those elusive clues. Alright.
The
Play.
whole time says shout out to Hemingway Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Shout outs.
Let's see. Oh, play, ride, and give play, ride, and give orders to Odie, and chase around on his back with hilarious results. Dress up Garfield as a footballer, a cowboy, a fakir, or a chef, and obtain some hilarious superpowers.
I bet this game's gonna be very hilarious.
It's gonna be hilarious and full of lasagna action. They're leading heavily on both hilarious and lasagna here. Switch to multiplayer.
Going off the Garfield comics, leaning heavily on lasagna makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Leaning heavily on hilarious, I'm not sold on.
Switch to multiplayer mode to make the mini games into family games, with family all capitalized. Family games for your family. You have a family, Phil. You think they would like Garfield themed mini games?
I mean, here's what I'm gonna say is I don't like my family that much.
This game is right up your alley. Then
I might like to get this game just because I don't like them, right?
Yeah. Well, I'll just send it to you when I'm done with it. Great. Play it at home. And you say, you know, Sammy's not allowed to play any video games until he finishes that one. 100% completion.
People in the chat talking about fat cats. Gwenna says, I have a cat who weighs 14 pounds, no joke. What? Our cat's... My cat is pretty big. Probably about 10 pounds.
That's pretty big. The cat that I was just cat sitting for was 8 pounds.
Sure.
So I guess that's an okay cat weight, I suppose. It's a very small cat, though. 14 pounds is a big cat.
I have mice for pets, so I have no idea.
Whispered Rain says...
Those weighed 8 pounds, that would be bad.
Whispering Rain says, is Garfield's stomach its own character? Does it come outside of him like a starfish?
Ugh.
It's important questions.
Odie is his stomach. I'm pretty sure.
Holy crap. Matt Mitchell says, my cat used to weigh 21 pounds.
Jeez.
Currently 19.5 pounds.
Elf-dwarf animosity. The epic scene. Hatred has existed between elf and dwarf for many ages. One is real tall and one is real small. I'm assuming that's
get
why.
to see Orlando Bloom.
Forgotten paths of Middle-earth.
He didn't sign off.
He's not.
That's why they have to cut up the movie so much. They have to cut around him. Is he in the movie? Like, is there wait, or is he in this?
It's Legolas.
Well, I mean,
I think
like, is there an Orlando Bloom character in the an elf archer guy? In the game?
Oh, no.
Further back in time.
You basically have a Boromir, an Aragorn, the Tyler / Kate Blanchett hybrid, John Rhys Davies, Miranda Otto, and a Faramir, who's David Wenham, he's also the narrator character in the 300.
All these people in the chat talking about 20-pound cats. No, those are baby tigers.
Yeah.
You are raising baby tigers. Those aren't cats.
But as you travel these lands, your small...
There was some Orlando Bloom in there.
Yeah, there was a little bit.
I saw him. He was there. And I remember what he looks like. He's in the
pilot. You know who is in every Lord of the Rings movie is Brett McKenzie from Flight of the Conchords.
He's Figwit.
Yeah, he's Figwit.
Is he the one with the glasses? Or the other one? No, he's the other one. Not with the glasses. Okay, that's actually really funny.
What? Who does he play? Who?
So his character is a cameo character, but the character has been named Figwit because the first place the character comes up is in the Council of Elrond scene. And obviously he's a big cutie. So Figwit stands for Frodo is great, who is that? And it's a name that the fans came up with after the movies came out. So I think by the time he had a cameo in The Two Towers and then Return of the King, and I think by the time Return of the King came out, it was credited as Figwit in the credits, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, he was. Yep.
So yeah, they brought his cameo back in each one. And it's a little fan nod there.
And he actually gets a line in Return of the King.
Yeah, he got one line.
Oh, someone's getting paid more than scale.
Soltron says he's a cameo hobbit or elf. I don't know. Is he an elf or a hobbit? That's important.
Wait, that seems like those two would be
Because
hard
if he's a
to
hobbit,
confuse.
I can't have any respect for him. But if it's
Whoa.
an elf, I can deal with
Whoa.
that.
I don't know much about hobbits. Well, I guess whatever. There's not one in this game, so I don't have to.
Yeah.
Alright, that's...
Hobbit, like, how can you hate a hobbit? They're like short,
Yeah.
happy people who love food.
They got them hairy feet. Ugh.
I remember not liking them in PvP in the online game. So,
In what?
in the online game, I didn't like playing against them.
Oh, sure.
That's...
In Lord of the Rings Online.
Yeah. That's... Yeah. I think... Well, no, that's not true. In the PS2 games, I think it's hobbits. If I remember right. I think, yeah. So,
I think Lord of the Rings Conquest has a Hobbit class, but I can't remember.
Andrew Clare says, okay, but why would you respect any nerd in this universe? Yikes.
Wow.
well,
Andrew Clare is like...
I don't know, probably because they saved the world, or, whatever. It's fine.
It's whatever, no big deal.
They saved the world, and they're super smart and talented.
Here's the thing,
and they have great hair, and they don't ever need glasses.
Here's the thing, they might save the world and they might be incredible, attractive heroes, but as soon as they're back from their journey, Andrew Clare's going to be there to shove them in a locker and steal their lunch money.
That's fair.
Right.
They probably have a lot of lunch money because they eat a lot. I know that about hobbits.
Andrew Clare is wearing a shirt right now, a t-shirt that says "Respect No Nerd," and he says, "Do something impressive for a change, Frodo."
Frodo's not even in here. Not even fake Frodo. No, I know.
They do have nerdy names. I mean, we can agree to that at least.
I know about that they eat a lot because that's like in the first 10 minutes of the movie. Is like that dude eats and then wants to eat again. So that much I know. Like, cause I've made it that far into 2 of the movies. I've made it 10 minutes into both of the movies.
So they like
still don't
eating and
understand
drinking and agriculture. Those are their things.
Also, the trees walk. I know that because that's when I like woke up in the middle of one of the movies. The trees were walking.
So there's a difference between trees and Ents. They're different.
Okay.
So trees are like bratty, young. They're out of control, right? They're like out of control, totally. Ents are shepherds of the forest, and they're like grandpas that like keep the trees in line. So
they're like the tree disciplinarians. Listen, young tree, you're too out of control. You have to go to tree jail, to tree court. Pretty sure that's an episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Is like angry grandpa trees.
Dylan, I think it's super weird that you have like such like minimal interest in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yet you have all of like every Lord of the Rings game ever made.
Well, they're fun games.
And you want to play them on the internet for people?
They're fun games. I've never not had fun with them, except for that shitty one I played. So.
Oh yeah, I tried to play that. That didn't work out.
That was real bad.
I don't understand.
Lego Lord of the Rings is super awesome.
Lego Lord of the Rings is great.
That's actually the one Lord of the Rings game I haven't played.
You should check it out. It's actually like Lego meets Skyrim. It's pretty rad.
See, that's like 2 things that I don't like the Lego games, and I don't like Skyrim.
Perfect.
So I think it'd probably be okay.
Vorpalfem has a really weird, really confusing sentence here I need to read from the chat.
Sure.
I don't know the context of this at all. I once met Elijah Wood at a bus stop, and he admitted it. Lord of the Rings didn't happen.
Is that like
weird?
Is that like landing on the moon didn't happen? Like we all think we watched the movies, but we didn't.
I'm just imagining Vorpalfem confronting Elijah Wood at a bus stop and screaming, "You're not the Lord of the Rings."
Like, you just, like, someone comes up to John Rhys Davies and is like, hey, what can you tell us about Lord of the Rings being fake? And he just, like, punches him in the face. Knocks him out. Buzz Aldrin
You weren't
style.
there. I was there.
I was there!
For the Lady of the Light.
Whoa.
So I just ran the social experiment of advertising the stream on my Tinder profile. I'm gonna see what happens.
Oh, jeez.
Fucking fantastic.
Awesome.
If it works, if that gets you dates, do
would-
you get like a cut of that? Like, how does that work?
Well, What is the cut of a date?
I don't know. I don't.
That means we get like at
Buy
least.
it
I
beer?
want at least a third of
But it
the
has
steak
not claimed her.
for dinner. That's what I want. I claim it here and now.
Finish your task.
I would like one hug, I guess.
Tree.
One hug.
Hugs are
Okay.
overrated. Steak is forever.
Technically not forever, but
Long enough, if you know what I mean.
Tinder doesn't work for me because there's nobody around here at all.
yeah, we did. Janessa and I did some experiments when we were in Minnesota visiting my family. Both of us checked out Tinder while we were in Minnesota, in like rural Minnesota, not like Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Man, it's grim, you guys. A lot of
Tell me about it.
Janessa's was a lot of pictures of guys with their tractors.
Yes!
Whoa.
Yes!
That's pretty cool.
That
Lots of tractors.
a lot of tractors.
Oh, great cutscene.
Nothing super impressive. And then mine was all. I'll try. I'll be kind about it. A lot of women who I wasn't interested in. And then the ones who I was kind of like, oh, maybe, and then it would be like, oh, they're Facebook friends with my ex-girlfriend from high school. Okay,
Oh god.
maybe,
No, thank you.
maybe that's a bad idea.
Oh, these guys got all super buffed.
Matt Mitchell says in all caps, live stream the date, also invite other commentators.
So we can talk about Lord of the Rings while your date is going on.
Yeah. Well, that actually, I usually talk about Lord of the Rings during all of my dates. So.
Gwyneth says, in before confused bows wander in asking personally insensitive questions. If we get some viewers from Tinder, I'm going to be so psyched. If you guys are watching, welcome to Stream Friends. If you're here from Tinder, fresh from Tinder, let us know.
Oh, goodness. So this room is actually really cool. When you finish this fight, you get something cool.
Okay.
There's
Yeah,
a
I'm
mix
gonna
of-
actually. My plan was to go get a beer after I finish this. So I might get right.
There's a mix of talk right now between the chat is split between talking about cats and talking about Tinder, and this has me thinking of a really cool new app, you guys. I think we could work on something here. I think we can make some money.
These guys don't hit for shit. They just also don't take very much damage.
Yeah. So, you know, you can play as these guys. Did you know that?
Yeah, I saw the evil mode. We kind of showed that off on the last episode, and I wasn't... How is this guy hasted and he has one out of the next, like, 5 turns? This is bullshit. Yeah, no, I did see that, and it looked pretty cool. But I didn't know anything about it, I guess.
Andrew Clare says, I actually found this stream through Tinder. Keith never responded to my message, by the way.
So what have you? So I assume you've done the evil mode then?
Yes. Sometimes you get some really cool items from doing evil mode. And you can get a lot of experience doing evil mode. But I don't know if that's because... when I did evil mode, it was a more complete game. Probably like 50% complete. So I don't know if that's why I got cool stuff from it. But...
we'll have to spend one of our play sessions to find that out.
The fun thing is that you understand the ins and outs of all the spells that they have, so you know what to expect because you
Oh,
use
that's
them all.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. Oh, son of a bitch. I wasn't purposely trying to sound like JR there.